Welcome to another episode of the Anhedenia Project. This time we are talking about American Scream, which is one of the newer films from Evan Jacobs, with a fairly decent cast, where we have two would-be killers that get more than they bargain for when the number of dead bodies start to show up at the warehouse that they work at. As their workday drags on, they start questioning each other and are driven to some sort of madness. Space madness. This is an interesting one because it's not on the Anhedenia Films on Demand like the rest. I'm not exactly sure for the circumstances because it's not an SRS film either that I can acknowledge. But it is on Amazon Prime, and you can rent it for $3 or buy it for 10 if you want to do that. I actually consider the plot in this movie to be fairly midpoint for the Anhedenia films when it comes to Evan Jacobs films. A lot of it is done through conversation, but that's how the storytelling usually is on these types of micro-budget features. I think that the plot line is not too terribly boring. I think that it does move forward at a decent pace, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. So overall, it's mostly entertaining. I think it's worth at least one watch, at least a rental, I think. Maybe not one of those over and over again, but definitely a rental, I think. As far as the acting, I really liked the work of the two leads. I thought they bounced well off of each other. The chemistry was good. I thought that they built well as things got more and more intense and they built off of each other. I just thought that was pretty good. We also have the Anhedenia staple, Mike Hartsfield in this film. He makes a few side appearances and does a pretty good job with it. I mean, nothing huge there, but it's kind of fun to see him in there. Production design occurs mostly in the warehouse, a little bit in the parking lot, and some on the drive. So there's not a ton of locations. I did like the warehouse. It was kind of fun to see the various posters and stuff on the walls. It's just kind of cool to see how that works. They also did the little UFO effects in the sky, and I think that just adds that little extra touch of something weird's going on here. Music-wise, there wasn't a lot of music to talk about, so I'm not going to really dwell on it. I mean, what was there was okay, and could have used more, I'm sure could have, but we're also micro-budget, so I'm not going to be harping on it. Finally, I would say that this is one of those features that has a slight edge of psychological drama with some odd horror bits just thrown in between. It's a decent film overall. So who would like this? People who like kind of true crime style films. Usually things like, Cassandra's Dream, stuff like that, where you've got several people and they kind of bounce off one another throughout. There's enough tension building there. I mean, again, you have to be willing to watch something in a lower budget angle, but I do think you could still enjoy this. I think the people who like Anhedenia films, of course, if you're a big fan, you like all of them, then you'll like this one regardless. Because it has a lot of staples. The writing, everything kind of flows in that way. And then finally, people who just like micro-budget dramas to begin with. There's not a lot of them, and for those that are out there, it's actually pretty decent overall. Well, that's all I have for this week's Anhedenia Project. I hope you all have enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
SeptumSin versus the world. It's that place for all the boys and girls. You'll feel real safe, you'll feel real warm. It's a cozy place to ride out the storm. SeptumSin. SeptumSin and his best boy Jake. See the trends that scare us every day. Physical media is going to the side. Doctor streaming will rule the world in time. SeptumSin!